Welcome into Taylor Kitchen. Today we are making a super simple, quick, and delicious stuffed spaghetti squash. And if you're new to Taylor Kitchen, make sure you click that bell icon below to make sure you get all the latest from us. And give us a thumbs up and leave a comment. It really helps out our channel and we so appreciate you. So let's keep moving right along to the stuffed spaghetti squash. This is a rather small spaghetti squash, and really it's just for Tim and I, so you will probably buy bigger ones. And basically a half of a squash is a portion. So if you buy this recipe, actually will make 2 larger squashes than this, but that will feed 4 people generously. If you've got kiddos, then we'll feed more. But anyway, I've kind of pre-started this squash by putting it in the microwave for 3 minutes. That's just gonna soften it a little bit, make it easier for me to cut through, I hope. And so carefully cut your squash in half lengthwise. And see, microwaving that made this much softer and easier for me to do. And the inside of a spaghetti squash looks roughly like this. And what I want to do is remove the seeds and hollow out the middle just a tiny bit, not a lot. But all that interior portion and the seeds go here. And if you've never had a spaghetti squash, it gets its name from the fact that when they're cooked and you start shredding the squash, it comes out looking just like spaghetti. It's really cool and it's delicious, and it's kind of a low-carb alternative to spaghetti. And then this gives us a nice well to stuff, and this is gonna be so delicious. So there's my interior, and I'm gonna move that aside. And my spaghetti halves are going to go into my skillet here. If you have 4 halves, you're probably gonna wanna cook it in something bigger, like a casserole, or even on a baking sheet is fine. And this is getting drizzled with some olive oil and salt and pepper. I wanna season this layer pretty well. A little salt. Okay, not a lot, because I'm using Italian sausage in this, and Italian sausage gives so much flavor. Before I do that, I want to chop 1/2 to 1/4 of an onion. Put that in my bowl. It's even making me cry. Whoa. Whew. Okay. Then in goes my sausage. Still crying. You can use turkey sausage if you want to. You don't have to use the pork sausage. And then, because I like green in my mixtures, this is a little bit of frozen kale that I thawed. About 1 cup goes in. Then I want just a wee bit more salt and pepper. And that Italian pork sausage is gonna have a lot of flavor, so I really feel like I don't need a lot more than that. But then I wanna drizzle in, this is a really good roasted tomato sauce. You can use marinara, you can use salsa, whatever you want. I'm gonna save a little bit for the top, but then all I need to do is mix this all together. See how easy that is? Okay, so now all I need to do is put this into my spaghetti squash. Okay, that's looking like it's gonna be great already. All I need to do is tint this with foil, and I'm going to cook it. This is the first step, to cook it about 20 minutes in a 425 oven, and then we'll move along to topping this, which is like the pièce de résistance. First 20 minutes underway, and it's already partially cooked and ready for the next step, which is cheese and breadcrumbs, just to really top it off and make it so absolutely delicious. And I'm gonna put a little bit more of this sauce over top. Then the cheese. This is just a white cheddar. You can use whatever cheese you really like. You're gonna want a decent amount of this on here. And then breadcrumbs. And if you're wondering, why do my breadcrumbs look so gorgeous like that? These are homemade breadcrumbs. And honestly, they're so easy. You can check out my video link below. 2 ingredients. I had leftover stale sourdough bread and some herbs of choice. And you can make your own breadcrumbs super easily in a food processor. And man, they just add to it. Use regular breadcrumbs if you want to, no worries. I'm gonna load these on because I really want that crunch factor on top of this. It's just going to make all the difference in the world. And then just to help them really come along nicely and crisp up and become beautifully golden, a drizzle of olive oil on the top. And then this goes back into my 425 oven for probably another 20 minutes or so. Those are so beautiful. I cannot wait to dig into these, and they smell absolutely fabulous. So basically, this is a meal in one. All you need to do is plate up half of a squash for each adult, probably less for the little kids, and then we can just dig into these. It's gonna be a mess, but it's gonna be a delicious mess. Oh boy. When you dig down into that spaghetti squash, I want to show you what comes up, because it looks like spaghetti that you just need to twirl. Like that. Seriously. That is so yummy. All the flavor of the sausage and the onion sinks down into that spaghetti squash. It is so absolutely savory and fabulous. And then you just get the crunch of those breadcrumbs on top and that cheesiness. Oh my word. This is a really good bite, folks. And see how easy it was. You really don't have to go to much effort to have a great dish like this. And the recipe is on tkfoodie.com. Check it out.